So I'm very nice to have you here tonight.
Oh, good evening. It's lovely to be
Good
here.
evening. So, Tom, the very first question is a very basic one. Why are you running?
Why am I running? That is a good question indeed. Well, I say the primary reason I'm running is I've essentially lost faith in politics, really, over my years here at university. I've heard so many presidential candidates have unrealistic and unachievable goals, so I thought I would be a candidate that has achievable goals, like bottled sauce in YUSU bars and making sure that the buses run consistently and predictably.
Yes, in your manifesto and your policies, you mentioned student events. Why is it so important to you?
Student events, well, for me personally, student events have been the main driving force of my university experience, and it's been a very positive one. I feel student events have so much they can provide for the student experience for everyone. So for those turning up, they get an event they can go to that's tailored to their needs exactly, by students, for students, and it also benefits those that run the events. Like the number of skills I have learned from running events on campus, let's just say I have no shortage of for talking about in interviews, let's say that.
Okay, and the very first thing you said that students are indifferent and students don't care about student politics or anything actually what is happening around them. How will you reach out to them?
It's like I was saying at the beginning of the interview, really. I'll reach out to them by achieving reasonable goals that are actually doable by the remit of the position, and I'll be very public about what I achieve, and I'll be very honest about what I don't achieve. I have no agenda. This is not to fulfill any egotistical maniac tendencies I have. I am running as an honest candidate that doesn't really want to do it.
Okay, and in your policies, you named tackling consent and harassment issues as your main policies. Could you elaborate on that?
Yes, it's something that kind of came to my attention this year, and I'm sorry if I'm late to the party, but I read something online about how a lot of men men and women are capable of harassment, and a lot of them do it at a time when they're not near other people that they know. They kind of do harassment not in front of others. So I never experienced or witnessed catcalling, for example, but I heard so many examples from people I knew, and it really shocked me. And I did a bit more reading and research, and the facts and figures for harassment they're just ridiculous. They are so high. Like, I think 50% of York students interviewed by the York think tank had been a victim of harassment, and 85% of those cases had happened on a night out, for example. And absolutely ridiculous figures, and I would like to do something about that.
Yeah, so consent and self-awareness and harassment issues are going along with mental health, and we've heard a lot about it. What are your views in this matter?
Mental health, well, it's the same story as like consent and harassment. I was shocked by how prevalent these issues are in society, really. Like 59.94% of all students surveyed by York think tank had admitted to suffering from a mental health problem, and the NHS in 2016 said that a quarter of all people have a mental health problem.
Yes, but these are facts. What are the solutions?
The solutions, well, I think the main thing we need to do is reduce the stigma. We need to make sure that people know that it's okay to have problems, and we also need to reduce the main causes of these mental health conditions. And it came up in a survey by the NHS, I think in 2013, that the main causes were at university are finance issues and exams. We can't really do much about finance, sadly, at YUSU, but we certainly can try our best with exams. And that is the main driving force I will do as YUSU president.
Yes, so thank you so much, Tom, for coming tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always
a
pleasure.
pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you. Goodbye. My name is Tom Arnold, and I'm going for YUSU president.